They say love makes you blind. I say love made me stupid, because I saw the red flags, every single one, and I still let him in. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Grab your popcorn, sit back, relax and enjoy the story. It was a weekend. I just wanted to clear my head. The beach was quiet except for the sound of waves and kids in the distance. I was sitting alone on the sand, shoes off, scrolling my phone. A man walked past me, then stopped and came back. You look like you're trying to disappear. His voice was smooth, almost too calm, the kind of voice you notice instantly. We started talking about the weather, the sea, random things, but the way he looked at me felt sharp, like he was memorizing every detail. It wasn't just a conversation. It felt like he was studying me. We talked for over an hour. He somehow knew my favorite fruit, that I preferred tea over coffee, even that I worked late hours. I laughed and asked how he knew. He just smirked. Lucky guess. As he left, he said, "We'll see each other again, soon." And the weird part? I believed him. The next day, he was leaning on the fence outside my workplace. He claimed he was just passing by. That night, I got a text from an unknown number. Made it home safe. My stomach dropped. I never gave him my number. 2 days later, he invited me to dinner. Expensive restaurant, candlelight, soft music. He told me he doesn't date often because most people bore him. But I was different. His attention was addictive. As we left, he brushed my hair behind my ear and whispered, "Don't ever lie to me." That night, when I got home, my front door was slightly open. Nothing was missing, except my peace of mind. A photo frame on my desk was turned upside down. Around midnight, he called, "What are you wearing?" Not flirty, almost like he was checking. The next morning, I found a single red rose on my pillow. I live alone. I met him for coffee, trying to act normal. He smiled the whole time. Then he leaned in. "I told you. I never forget a face. And I never let go of what's mine." His phone rang. I glanced at the screen. The caller ID was my number. That's when I realized he'd been in my life long before I met him. And if I wanted to get out, it might already be too late. After that coffee meeting, I ignored him for 3 days. On the 4th night, my phone rang, unknown number. I didn't pick up. 10 minutes later, a message came through. "Ignoring me isn't safe. For you." My heart sank. Over the next week, I saw him everywhere. At the grocery store, outside the gym, once at the bus stop across from my apartment. I convinced myself it was just coincidence, until I saw him leaning against a black car at 2 a.m. right across my building. I told my best friend about him. She told me to block his number, change my locks, maybe even move. Later that night, she texted, "Hey, your new boyfriend just called me. How did he get my number?" The next day, he sent me an address with no explanation. I ignored it. But hours later, I found an envelope under my door. Inside, a photo of me sleeping, taken from inside my bedroom. On the back, he'd written, "Don't make me come get you." Against all logic, I went to the address. It was a modern house, spotless, but the walls were covered in photos of me. Some were from years ago, before I even met him. There was also a glass cabinet. Inside it, my missing scarf, a coffee cup I once used, even a half-burnt candle from my apartment. I demanded to know what this was. He said, "A love story in ours." His tone was calm, like none of this was insane. Then he added, "And love stories don't end. Not unless I say so." My phone buzzed in my pocket. I pulled it out. A new message from my best friend. "I'm at your place. Where are you? There's someone inside." I looked up at him. He smiled almost kindly and said, "Don't worry." I invited her. And in that moment, I knew I wasn't his only obsession. I bolted out of his house and called my friend. No answer. I kept calling as I sped home. Every horrible possibility ran through my mind. When I got there, the door was slightly open. My friend wasn't there. But in my kitchen, a glass of wine. 2 glasses, one with my lipstick, one with hers. My phone buzzed. "She's safe. For now, come back." Before I could respond, another message came. A video. It was my friend, tied to a chair, blindfolded, somewhere dimly lit. His voice in the background. "Now you'll understand how much I love you." He called me directly. "Here's the deal. Come alone. No police, and you both walk away. Or You go to the cops and you'll be planning her funeral." His tone was almost cheerful. I went back to his house. He opened the door like we were about to have dinner. My friend was in the corner, tied up but unharmed. He untied her and said, "See? I keep my promises." We were halfway to the door when he locked it. He pulled out a folder and slid it across the table. Inside, copies of my messages with my friend. Notes about times she'd borrowed things from me and never returned them. A photo of her hugging my ex, dated while we were still together. "She's been lying to you for years," he said. "I just thought you deserved to know. Before I make you choose." He tossed 2 phones on the table. "One call frees her. The other ends her. But if you pick wrong, you're both mine forever." My friend was shaking, begging me to save her. My hands hovered over the phones. And for the first time, I didn't know who the real psychopath was. I stared at the 2 phones. My friend was crying, begging me to believe her. He just stood there, calm, watching every move. My hands shook as I reached for one phone, then stopped. I looked him straight in the eye. "I'm not playing your game." His smile faded for the first time. "Oh, but you already are?" He slid a knife across the table. "Fine, no phone." "You decide another way." My friend blurted out, "I did it, okay? I was with your ex, but I didn't know he was with you." I swear, I didn't know whether to believe her. He chuckled. "See? Everyone lies. Except me." I asked him, "If I stay, will you let her go?" His eyes lit up like I'd just handed him a gift. "Yes, but you'll never see her again?" I nodded slowly. As he untied her, I whispered in her ear, "Run! Don't stop!" She bolted the moment the door was unlocked. I grabbed the knife and held it out. Not at him, but at myself. "If you want me, you'll have to keep me alive. And that means letting her go." He froze. For the first time, I saw fear in his eyes. He stepped back, hands up, and said, "Fine, you win." I walked out, not looking back. Weeks later, I moved to a new city, changed my number, started over. Then, one morning, I found a single red rose on my doorstep. And a note. Round 2, and that's when I realized, you can escape a place, but you can't escape a psychopath. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Share your thought about this video. Bye.